Welcome back to the channel, golfers. Today I've got something a little different for you. I'm down at the Par 3 Academy course at the Manor in Drighlington. This course has 6 Par 3 holes, all around 100 yards or less, so it's fantastic practice for developing your approach shots. I played this course a few times with my best score being 45 over the Par 36 when playing the holes twice through, so that's what I'll be doing today. Let's jump onto the first tee. Many of the holes on this Par 3 course are similar as you would expect, with them just being short pitch and putt sort of type holes. The first is an 82 yard Par 3, so using the 56 there and managing to get this on the front edge of the green. These greens are in very good condition though, and they're a decent challenge. They're not simply straight, simple putts. They do have quite a bit of undulation. Managed to put that one close and drop it for a par though, so a great start. The second hole is 90 yards and it's a little bit downhill, and you tend to have the wind coming from right to left on this hole. Unfortunately, I've took far too much club here and blazed this straight over the back of the green. So chipping with a 60 wedge. Not textbook technique, that one.
It's really close.
But it's worked out. Leaving me a pretty simple putt for the par. Not deserved that one, I would say. You take them when they come though. The third is tricky. It's the shortest hole on the course, but it's all downhill. And again, I've took far too much club and smashed this into the farmer's field behind the hole. Out of bounds. So I've had to drop again. This is my third shot now, and this one's much better. Just sort of a half-cooked 56. It's on the green, and I've just not been able to save the bogey, and unfortunately walk away with a double, but I'm not mad at that given that I lost the first ball, to be honest. The fourth is 91 yards. Again, the wind tends to come from right to left on this hole, and again I've hit this one too long. Can't really believe that one, to be honest. 60 wedge then back towards the green, and I just don't get enough on this one, leaving me chipping at the hole again, but that's much better and means I can tap it in with the wedge for a bogey. 3 over through 4 then, and moving on to the fifth, which is 104 yards. Hitting P wedge here, and this sort of bounces on the front right edge of the green and just rolls off slightly, so I'm still putting. And actually nearly managed to sink that one. If I'd hit that a little bit less hard, I think it might have gone in. But again, means it's a fairly stress-free par. Onto the sixth then, which is about 100 yards. And I'm hitting P wedge here, which is probably a little bit too much club, but I think I fatted it a little bit. And fluked ended up on the right hand side there. Not a terrible putt, it's a good speed. It means I should have an easy par, but it's not to be. That's how much undulation there is on some of these greens. They really are all over the place. It's a good challenge.
Rubbish.
After the first loop around this course then, I'm 4 over, shooting 22. I'm honestly not mad at that at all. If I'd not blazed the tee shot out of bounds on the third hole, the score could have been even lower. Also, the second loop tends to be a little easier as you've got a feel for the conditions. It was pretty miserable when I played, and the rain was stopping the ball carrying as far as I was expecting it to. So I'm in a good place to set my personal best around this circuit. On to the back nine. Back round to the first hole then. I sort of know what I'm doing now. This was a 56 last time and it was on the green, so I'm just hitting 56 again. Almost a carbon copy of the shot that I played the first time, to be honest. Just a little bit closer to the hole this time. So going for birdie, and never really threatened the hole, sadly. But does mean I can tap in for a simple par, which I'll never be mad with. Back to the second hole then, and I've got this one a little bit better this time. I took a club less, and this has ended up just finishing on the front edge of the green, which means I can putt at this. And it's a good effort. Rolls a little bit further past than I would have liked, but I could still drop that one for back-to-back pars. My nemesis hole then. Trying to just keep this one in play. I think smashing the first ball over last time was in my mind. And I've left this one well short. So chipping onto the green then. And I honestly thought I'd made that one. Great effort, and means I can tap in with the wedge. For 3 pars back to back. Back to the 4th hole then. Like I say, 91 yards. 50 wedge. And I haven't blazed this one over this time.
Pretty good.
Managed to hit the green on the right hand side. Going for birdie. Oh, and it nearly got there. And it's another easy par. Feeling like I almost deserve a birdie at this point. I really wanted one. Back to the 5th then. 104 yards. Again hitting P wedge. And I just pulled this one a little bit. And just missed the green on the left side.
Pulled it left.
Leaves me chipping downhill. It's a tricky shot this. And not wanting to sort of blade it past the hole. I've been a bit too tentative with it. It's hard to tell from the camera, but this green sort of runs away from the pin. So it's a tricky putt this. You can see I barely hit that, and this ball just rolls and rolls and rolls. So it's a testing putt for bogey now. Which just drops. First bogey of the back 9 though, not to be sniffed at. On to the last then, it's the 99 yarder. And I'm just hitting 50 wedge this time, not P wedge, it was too much club last time. And I put this almost in a carbon copy place of where I were before, only a little closer. So I've got a look at birdie. Will it? No, it won't. I thought that had gone in. So birdie not to be today. But really, I can't grumble with the golf that I played around this little par 3 course. It's by far my best performance around this little circuit. So I'm very pleased. So like I said, the second loop tends to be a little easier than the first time round, and that proved to be the case. I shot 1 over on the back 6 holes, which is easily the best I've ever done here, giving me a final score of 41, 5 over the par 36. I'm delighted with this, and it should give me some added confidence with these type of shots when I'm next on a proper course. How do you rate your approach shots, golfers? Let me know in the comments. Whilst I'm happy to have scored as well as I did on this day, I know this isn't my usual performance around this sort of challenge, so I won't let this skew my expectations next time I'm playing, although it is a good sign of progress. Thanks as always for watching, golfers. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you in the next one.